The sound of music.
Welcome to the bubble. Today we are going to be talking about music, our personal music interests, perhaps what we first got into and what we listen to today, or what we don't listen to, as the case may be. So, does anyone want to kick us off?
My first interaction with music as I listen to it today, right? We've met Rick on the show already. He lent me this red MP3 player when we were in junior school.
Mm-hmm.
I went home and I remember being so excited to listen to like endless amounts of songs without having to rewind them, and without having like the disc where you walk and it like judders, like the Walkman thing.
Good old Walkman.
Yeah. But yeah, I went home and I heard Eminem, The Real Slim Shady. That was like the first song that I was like, wow, that's my stuff. That is. Yeah, and I was hooked on Eminem since then, and I still am, as you know.
Yeah, we well know. Eminem for me, like, I never got into Eminem in a big way, but I do recall back probably 13 years old, something like that. Like, I remember listening to, like, Stan was one that I enjoyed, and there were a couple of others. I'm not sure the names, but like I remember playing Kane and Lynch on the Xbox 360. A fantastic game, but there was this mission. Like, you ever play through it?
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, I think
you played
it for it.
I played it with you.
Well.
Yeah.
We were probably playing through
the boss
together.
where you're going against the like dumper truck boss.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. That all the rain's coming down, like listening to the Eminem song, like my tea's gone cold, I'm wondering why.
Yeah, Stan.
Yeah, Stan. Yeah, I thought it was Stan. Yeah, had that on, and like the rain coming down, like in the game and in the song, like they just worked so well together. And I had that playing while playing that boss, and for some reason that's always stuck with me for all these years. I always remember that.
Nice.
You've been a bit of an Eminem fan over the years as well.
I've always been an Eminem fan. Well, I started off in junior school listening to N-Dubs. That's what got me into rap. N-Dubs.
Yeah, I remember when you went through your N-Dubs phase.
Yeah, that was a terrible time. Don't talk about it much. But yeah, and then I started listening to proper rap, like Eminem, Snoop Dogg, 50 Cent, all that. Played the 50 Cent game.
Yeah, I remember the 50 Cent game.
That got me into it a bit as well. And yeah, I've always loved rap. Like,
see, rap for me has always been a bit of a weird one, because all of my group of friends, they all loved rap, and I was never really that big a fan. I struggle with, like, it all feels very aggressive, and like I like some of the more flowy stuff as well. I like a bit more Snoop Dogg and like stuff like that, because I find that he's got a bit more flow, like a bit more bounce to it. Like, it's nicer to listen to for me. But a lot of it feels aggressive and very jagged, like just hitting you with words over and over again.
That's the point in Eminem, though.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Throwing a dictionary at you at high speed.
Yeah, not particularly a fan, but my earliest recollection, my earliest memory of music would be S Club 7 as
Really?
a kid. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I loved S Club 7 as a kid. I was right into them, and like proper young, but yeah.
I can't even think that far back.
Yes.
Like before, like junior school, I can't think of what music I listened to.
I don't have a clue of anything else. I just remembered like S Club 7. They were the one back in the day for me. But yeah, moving on from that, like I never really got into much music, and then like I discovered Nickelback, which, whoa, I know the comments are flying already. Like, don't hate on me because I like Nickelback. They are good. They, in my opinion, they were like my favorite music to listen to for a long time, and I listened to just Nickelback
On repeat.
Yeah, on repeat. I had all of their albums saved to my Xbox, and I just put them all in a playlist and just set it off every day, and I just play through all of their stuff. I absolutely loved it. That was my first real discovery of music, like getting into Nickelback. That was the first thing that touched me properly, that I got hooked onto.
Yeah. What was the first thing that you like really got hooked in? Because obviously with me it's Eminem.
Yeah, I didn't really get hooked into rap as much. Like, I just enjoyed listening to it.
Yeah.
And then I found rock and punk and heavy
Yeah, you can tell
metal.
by your hair.
Yeah, you can tell by the look. But that really, I loved that. Like, I started out just on Fall Out Boy. That's just simple stuff. Yeah, the only concert I've ever been to was Fall Out Boy.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of concerts,
Yeah.
like I was going to add this a moment ago. I figured we'd eventually make our way to it.
We get there
Like,
eventually.
and we did.
With Nickelback, like I absolutely loved it. Then in 2012, I went to see them live at the O2 in London for their Here and Now tour, and it was mind blowing, absolutely incredible. I loved it. After that, never listened to them again. Like, I've tried a few times, but I can't. Nothing will ever match like seeing them live, like hearing that.
That does
It was-
make sense.
Like, I
I
just-
didn't listen to
yeah.
Fall Out Boy as much
What?
after the
After seeing them live.
seeing them live.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it was like fully went out the window. Just
because
couldn't.
it's so much better live.
You two are insane.
It's different.
After I saw Eminem, that was it. I was even deeper. There's no coming back from that.
But then after I saw Fall Out Boy live, they started changing their music a lot, and they're on to what they're on now. Like, I like their older songs.
I do have to say that for Nickelback as well. They brought out like their most recent album, and
Wait, they're
I
still
wasn't
going?
really a fan. But, yeah,
I didn't even know they were still around.
neither.
I thought they died.
drowned in hate comments.
Yeah, I thought they died out.
No, they brought out something. I think it was a year or two ago. They brought out another album. Can't remember what it was called, but they tried a load of different styles, and I wasn't a fan. I like their older stuff,
Yeah.
more
I
rock.
don't think I listen to any modern music, really. Like, anything new, I probably won't listen to it. Like, all the bands I don't like their new stuff. Because it's all catered towards kids. And I'm old now.
Yeah, 19,
20 soon.
ready for the Zimmer frame.
Yeah, I need to retire. But yeah, I like all the really old stuff. Like, I don't know. I always forget my favourite band's names.
Well, got the memory of an old person who was 19.
Panic at the Disco. Their old stuff is great. Love their old stuff. But their new stuff's different. Same with Fall Out Boy, Sleeping with Sirens, All Time Low, all of them. They're all their new stuff is completely different.
Yeah, I'm pretty lost in that. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, after hitting Nickelback, like, and that died 2012, like all the way up till 2 years ago, I didn't listen to anything. Like, I still don't listen to anything. I don't listen to music. Like, I know
not
once
normal.
again, hate comments, I'm sure will come flying, but
And they should. You deserve them.
You do.
I don't like. I prefer silence. I enjoy my own thoughts. Like, but I don't get the connection with music. Like, I don't mind it being on. I've got no problem with it being on. People can play whatever they like as long as it's not screamo, because I just don't understand it. I don't want someone screaming at me. Yeah, I don't mind music being on, but I will never put music on myself. I just don't do it. A couple years back though, during a low point in mental health, while I was feeling pretty down, gone through some stuff, I discovered classical music. And like, more specifically, like piano pieces. I really got into that for like 4 months, and then after those 4 months, and I like got back on my feet and I was stable again, I stopped listening to it again. I haven't listened to anything since. Just last 2 years, just no music whatsoever aside from what Matt's playing when I'm with him. But yeah, did get into classical music in a big way. Like all the greats, Beethoven, Mozart, Debussy, Bach, all of those kind of ones, Vivaldi. But yeah, loved all of that stuff. It's more the skill that I appreciate of the musician. It's the talent that they have, the hours of practice they'll put into being able to do that. Like that stuff I really appreciate and respect. But listening to it, I never have the urge. I never ever feel like putting music on. It just doesn't happen.
See, with me, I find it really difficult to listen to the music. For me, it's all about words. If the words are good, and I like to use the word intricate because it's like bouncing like from one word to another. which is what Eminem does in most of his songs. Like, that's the pinnacle of skill in like my mind, because it's like I don't understand music, so it's but words, anyone can understand words. It's just quicker saying them.
Yeah, I can get that, but I don't know. There's something for me, like the human element, the vocals. It kind of takes from the music for me. Like that's why I like classical so much. Like where there's no singing, there's nothing over the top. It's just a person and their instrument and the skill level they have, and you're just listening to that. Like,
but that's the same with singing.
Yeah, I know. Obviously,
it is an instrument,
but,
and their skill level matters.
Yeah, for sure, I agree.
Yeah.
But if someone was singing over like a piano, which loads of songs do, like I don't like that anywhere near as much, no matter how good the singer, as just having a very talented piano player.
Yeah.
Like,
depends what they're doing mainly. Like classical music, keep singing out of it. Opera singing.
I mean, opera,
I guess.
Yeah, I've enjoyed
still
opera.
rather just have the classical music on.
You enjoy opera?
I'll never listen to opera, but like when I went to Rome, I went to see an opera in a basilica. It was a special event venue that they were doing, like, and I went to see La Traviata, which beautiful piece, like, incredible opera. It had a 8-piece orchestra and 2 ballet dancers, and then the opera like actually going on along with it. It was absolutely incredible. It was all in Italian, so like, I didn't understand what they were saying.
Is it like a story or something?
Yeah, it's a story. Like it's like a play, but the whole thing's done like in opera, and you could, even though I didn't know any of the words they were saying, knew the story. Yeah, I could see what was happening and how it was playing out, and it's just beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Of course, you got to see an opera when you're in Rome, because when in Rome,
exactly. When in Rome, what do? You've got to go see an opera. But that was it was actually really jammy. It was my last day in Rome, and I had hardly any money left. I will talk more about Rome on another episode, because it was like I did incredibly well for like how much I spent to how much I got out of that holiday, and there's some good tips in there that I want to share with everyone. But this is a music-based episode, so just the opera. But yeah, I was last day just walking along, and outside this basilica there was someone with a like little booth, and they were selling tickets, and I just went and asked how much the cheapest ticket was, and it was just enough that I could afford it. So I spent pretty much everything I had left, went to see the opera on my last day. Beautiful way to finish off the holiday.
Decent.
Yeah, it was good.
Why don't we talk about something that we've all enjoyed at some point in our lives? I'm sure. I'm not too sure about you, but I know that we have. It's Tenacious D.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Cool. We all love comedy music, and Tenacious D is
that's another whole aspect. Like, I need to say that. Like, I've said that I don't enjoy listening to music, but when it comes to comedy music, that's a whole different story for me. Like, it just if they can make me laugh, I'm happy listening to it. More than happy listening to it, and especially with Tenacious D, I love that. They really hit the nail on the head with their style of music.
Yeah, and it falls into the lyrics for me as well, and like a long-running like stand-up routine in a song.
Yeah,
like
it's fantastic.
He's up there with Tenacious D in my opinion.
Bo Burnham's another story completely. Like, it's just an incredibly talented person. If you haven't seen his shows, you should definitely go and watch his shows. 2 of them are on Netflix. 100% worth watching. Incredibly talented person. But yeah, definitely. When it comes to comedy,
Tenacious D, I just love Jack Black, really.
Yeah.
He's just a great person.
He's incredible.
Yeah.
He's a skilled musician, a great actor, and has a great personality. Like, he's just a great guy.
Favorite Jack Black film? Go.
Oh,
that was a slow response.
Well, there's a lot to pick from. He is good. He is good. Right.
For me, it's always going to be School of Rock.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Really? What about Pick a Destiny though? Like,
yeah, it's good.
It was such a good film.
But it came after School of Rock. School of Rock has the nostalgia to it. It's got the placeholder as like.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, Pick a Destiny definitely outdoes School of Rock for me.
I think it does in like comedy and like pretty much everything.
Yeah, it was probably like made better and all sorts, but we all watched School of Rock first, so.
Yeah, fair enough. You get down the nostalgia trip, but I'm sticking with Pick a Destiny.
That's a good choice.
That was definitely.
There is no bad Jack Black films, I don't think, so any answer works.
Have you seen? He's on YouTube now.
Yeah.
Kabinski Gaming
Yeah.
or something like that. Yeah.
He's doing YouTube.
Well, you seen his Apocalypto? Like,
Yeah, that's on there as well.
yeah, that was hilarious.
He's doing a lot.
Yeah,
Still.
yeah, it's good. I'm glad he's still out there doing stuff
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
fantastic content. Always comes from Jack Black and Carl Gass, like, they're both very talented. Once again, that comedy aspect really does bring it over the edge. I know you listen to a lot of Little Dicky as well.
Oh yeah, Little Dicky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird Al Yankovic.
Yeah, definitely. All the comedy, it's always good. If they're going to make you laugh, I'm more than happy to listen to it. But still, won't put it on myself. I'll never sit down and put on Tenacious D. I never sit down and put on Little Dicky or anyone.
That's bizarre though.
I'll watch Bo Burnham shows, but that's because it's a whole mix of things you'll see when you
Yeah.
watch it. But it's like, that's
a show,
different
it's not
story.
a song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's incredible. But as for music, never ever have the urge to put it on. Like,
I always have music on in
Yeah.
the background while I'm doing stuff. Just
yeah, most people do.
Depends on my
every
mood
person I
and
tell
what I'm
seems to
doing,
be like,
but-
"What? You don't? No, wait, how?"
Yeah,
Like,
that's
but
why we did it on
I
the
just,
show.
yeah, but I don't get it myself. I literally do not have the slightest urge ever to play anything. But play anything.
Yeah.
Come into
let's
that.
get into that. Yeah.
Like, for some reason, I don't know why, but for years and years and years, I've always known deep inside that I need to play the piano. I don't know why. I don't listen to music, but I've known that I need to play the piano. It's just this yearning inside me to play it. And finally, like a month ago, Rick gave me his old keyboard that he didn't use anymore, and I've been learning since then to play whatever I can play, working on a few different pieces. Started with Beethoven's Fur Elise.
Yeah, you showed me some, and they are impressive.
Yeah,
They are good.
I'm loving it. It's like I say, it's been inside. I've been looking for them free ads for years to try and get a piano, but it's difficult getting them and arranging transport and all the rest of it. But yeah, finally got a keyboard, which I was against. No, that's why I didn't get it for years, because I just wanted a piano. It had to be a piano. But like, finally got a keyboard, and I'm practicing away, and I'm absolutely loving it. I don't listen to the music that I'm playing, but
You can't even read music. I think that's important. We should tell them that you can't even read music, like sheet music.
Yeah, no,
you
I
have to
can't.
go through it and watch someone play a piano and write down the keys they hit. This
Yeah,
is what he
I-
does to learn the
yeah, but
song.
that's how I started learning guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah, watching other people play and then
Yeah.
copying along. It's the easiest way to learn.
I found sheet music a lot easier, but that's coming from drums, not
Yeah.
guitar or piano.
I don't know. All I know is I watch like top-down view of people playing, and I just pause it every time they're pressing keys, and then
Yeah,
write
that's
down
what I
keys
would
they're
do on the
pressing.
guitar.
That seems
to
like
start
so
with.
much more work to me.
It is a lot of work, and it does get tedious when you're watching through a whole thing and you're writing down each note. And I don't like. I just write the letters above each other or below each other as to where on the keyboard it goes. Like write the left hand on a separate page and number them underneath as to which chord
See,
it is. that
I
I'm
never
playing.
wrote anything down. I just remembered.
You just remembered.
Yeah. Just remember how to play.
You watched someone play a song and then remembered every chord from that song.
No, you do it in segments. So you learn the intro, play the intro, learn the intro.
How many times you watched
do
the
that
video?
for ages? A lot of times. And then
See, I only had to watch once and just wrote it
yeah,
down.
but I just watched it a few times and learnt it.
Right, yeah, so moving on from you with the piano, what you've been learning recently.
I've been
Yeah.
playing guitar for, well, attempting to for a few years. Haven't got anywhere, but it's definitely different. Like
Yeah.
I've played keyboard before, played all sorts of instruments, and playing a guitar is very different to all of them.
It looks like it, I've got to admit.
Yeah,
It's
not something
hard.
I've ever taken on.
It's really hard, like learning it. It cuts your fingers while you're learning it, so you can't learn it for too long. But it's so good when you learn a part of a song and you can play it. Like
Yeah, I know that feeling. Like, from the like, there's certain bits for certain pieces, and like just when I actually get it right, it sends a shiver down the spine. It's like, oh, I can play that.
with a guitar, you don't need to really play a song. Like you know a few chords, you just mess around with a few chords. Like
Jam.
yeah, like when I was borrowing a guitar from one of my friends, and while I was walking home, I was just playing it and shouting at people while I was walking up the street. So that was quite fun.
We don't recommend shouting at people.
No, don't
while
shout
walking up the street.
Screaming songs at people while playing this guitar.
Yeah.
And some dude told me to play louder out of his window of his car. He's like, I can't hear you, play louder. I was like, you're beautiful. Just strumming this out of tune guitar.
That was said to me the other day. I should run an extension lead out of the window and play on the pavement in the street. Sit there.
A
and
little
set up
cup
and
in
play.
front of you.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said people start chucking pennies at me. I'm not looking for that. But
yeah, playing guitar's great. Like, it's such a strong sound that comes out of an acoustic guitar. You really feel it when you're playing it. Like,
And everyone's impressed by a guitar.
yeah,
Like, if someone
everyone's
whips
impressed by a guitar.
whips out a guitar at any point in time, everyone's like, oh, they can play guitar, cool.
Yeah,
Like,
you want to be that
It's a good
douchey
instrument to
guy at
learn.
the party. Start playing songs to all the girls.
you've got the
you
long
can.
hair. You just need to sit with your shirt off and play guitar. You're sorted.
There you go. That's my plan in life. I don't want to learn anything. I just want to be a douche.
Yeah, Matt, you did the drums as well.
Yeah,
So
we've got enough people here to start a bad band.
we should start a band.
yeah, you want to tell us a bit about getting into drums and where that
Yeah.
led?
Well, a long time ago, I attempted to learn the guitar. Played it for 2 days and gave up because it was that hard and very overcomplicated for me. I instantly found drums though. So I wanted to learn music, but guitar was too complicated. Piano was not even a thought. And I didn't want to learn the triangle. So I started the drums, and I got proper into it. I had all the lessons. Like I say, I learned to read sheet music for drums. I learnt several songs because obviously they don't sound like the song because
Yeah.
all you got is the drum. And yeah, I got quite far in it, but then I ended up selling my drum kit for a TV. So that I could play my Xbox.
Yeah, that was the end of that one.
Yeah, that's how that ended, so.
Wow.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, the sheet music. I mean, I've never looked at drum sheet music. I know on
Never
piano
looked
sheet
at
music
any
you've
sheet
got the
music.
like right hand and left hand as two different parts
Oh.
that you follow at the
didn't know.
same time. And
Yeah, that makes
So
sense.
they have all the weird little symbols and stuff as well for like.
Yeah, it's well with drums. It's just I think it's 5 or 6 lines, and then depending on where the dot is on the line, depends on what drum you hit. And if it's like some of them are shaded in, some of them aren't, and that depends on how you hit the drum. And, like open, close the cymbal, and all of that stuff. It's all really easy just with dots.
Yeah, for piano, it's like each dot is a different note, like working your way up and down. There's like different symbols and different letters that tell you how faint or how like loud you need to do it,
Yeah.
and how long you need to hold the notes, and whether you're hitting them together or whether you're
You
doing
don't
them
have that
separate.
problem with a drum. You just hit it. That's all you got to worry about. But the
Good
main
way to
thing,
take out some teen anger.
yeah, that's why I like learned the drums and why I got so into it. Because you just bash away at it for hours.
Guitar can go into so much detail though. Like you got your normal chords, you got power chords, you got different ways of strumming, picking. Like, every song's different, and that's what I like about it.
Yeah.
So there's so much you can do with a guitar. You don't have to just sit there and play a chord and strum it. Like,
So I take it on the sheet music for guitars, you've got left hand and right hand again for like.
I haven't looked at any sheet music. I don't even know
you
if
said
there
a minute
is.
ago.
I've looked at tabs, which is a way to learn guitar, and it just shows you where to put your fingers for the chords and how to play it. But I haven't really looked at anything like that. I've learnt a few tabs and stuff like that, but never really looked into sheet music at all. It's not really something I'm interested in learning.
So I really want to learn just so that I can stop watching videos with people and start just getting the sheet music and playing whatever's on it. I'd love to be able to do that. But yeah, for anyone out there that's had that feeling inside, knowing that they want to play an instrument or even just fancies tackling one, like, just go for it. There's so much on YouTube to help you out, like, and just watch videos, people telling you how to do it and what to do, and before you know it, you're playing instruments and impressing your friends.
And if
family.
you fail, you can always learn the triangle.
Yeah.
The triangle's always there for you. A tambourine. You know,
Tambourine.
maracas out.
Get your maracas, make a little sriracha band.
I mean, I don't think the drum is that much harder than like the drums.
The drum, just one drum.
Yeah, just one. I don't think that's that much harder than like triangle or recorder or tambourine or. I really don't. It's the simplest instrument that I've ever tried to play. I used to have a lot of instruments.
I played a drum once at school, and the bit I got stuck with was having your arms crossed.
Yeah.
And playing it like that, like the coordination between the two hands.
Yeah, and timing
doing
the feet
different
with
things. Yeah. That's what I got stuck on.
Yeah.
Like with guitar, I'm just doing one thing. I'm strumming and I'm holding a chord.
Yeah, but they're like... With drums, your arms are moving, so it's like easy to coordinate. With your fingers, it's like fine, tiny little movements.
Yeah, but I find that easier than moving my arms separately. I can move my fingers separately. I can't move my arms separately.
So I mean, I've never played any instrument aside from like the keyboard now, or piano that I'm working towards, but keyboard at the moment.
I just keep trying. I'm just gonna go for every instrument till I learn something easily. Just do it the lazy way. I've got harmonicas.
That's not easy.
I've got
oh, look at that, they're easy.
done it all. Harmonica, guitar, bass guitar. We've got a violin now, which we haven't been able to set up.
Just collecting instruments.
Just setting up a violin is hard, so we've given up on that one. Get there in the end. Learn something.
Yeah, so anyone else got anything to add before we wrap up this one?
So basically, you listen to bad music or none at all.
Well,
I listen to just good music, and you listen to rap.
Oh, shots fired.
I never said rap was bad, I just said you listen to rap.
Alright.
Well,
I'll allow it.
looks like we're all agreeing to disagree on the topic of music this time. But for today's episode, seeing as we always mess up the outro for you, we're doing something a little bit special today. And Matt's going to play us out. So he's got his banjo over there. We're going to get a...
Right, I'm borrowing from Rick, really. It's
Yeah. So let's see what you got.
Wait, I got it.
Yeah, no, that's enough. Thanks for watching.